Blake Shelton shares Gwen's shocking The Voice breakdown. Blake Shelton is sharing his wife Gwen Stefani's shocking breakdown during her time as a coach on The Voice. The duo really got to know each other on the reality singing competition. They went on to form a relationship and eventually got married. So what is Blake revealing about Gwen's breakdown? Keep reading for further details. Blake Shelton shares Gwen's shocking The Voice breakdown. For the first 23 seasons of The Voice, Blake Shelton was a staple. He was the last remaining OG coach and outlasted everyone else, bringing home a plethora of wins. In Season 7, Gwen Stefani hopped on as a coach alongside Blake. They both were married, him to Miranda Lambert and Gwen to Gavin Rossdale. Yet they ended their respective unions and began dating. In 2021, the duo went on to tie the knot and has been controversial ever since. Many have questioned if they are truly in love, or if there is trouble in paradise, as they are polar opposites in many ways. Still, they have collaborated on songs and appeared to support one another in all of their endeavors. Now Blake is opening up about a breakdown Gwen had while on The Voice. It occurred in Season 22 when they were both coaches, and Gwen realized it was the last time they would be coaching together. She left after that season, only to return for Seasons 24 and 26. Blake's final season was 23, so she was not by his side for that. Of their final moments on the stage, he had this to say: "I walked over to Gwen's chair after the cameras went off, and she's over there literally sobbing. She was like, 'This is our last time that we're going to do this together.'" At the time, the emotions hit Blake Shelton as he also realized that they would never work together on the show again. This was where they met and fell in love, so it holds a very special place for the both of them. It will be the last time she and I do this together, and it is crazy to think of how the show changed my life. I was so wrapped up in this that I didn't even think about that, and now you're trying to make me emotional. Blake claimed he was leaving the reality series to focus on his family, plus he had many other endeavors he was working on. Fans are mixed on Blake and Gwen. There have been a lot of mixed emotions about the Voice couple. For Valentine's Day, Blake Shelton posted a beautiful tribute to Gwen Stefani. Unfortunately, some of his fans do not feel she has been a good influence on him for many reasons. Dang, she aged him, poor guy will never have a kid of his own. Gwen squeeze him tighter. Just as tight as her face from all the injections. Then others loved the couple and wanted to let them know they were a perfect match. You two are a match made in heaven. So good to see you both together. I love y'all together. Hopefully fans will get to see them on the Voice stage together again. They had a fun dynamic, and it is clear Gwen relished this experience with her husband. Are you surprised that Gwen was so vulnerable at the end of their time together, or is it sweet to see that she loves Blake so much? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Blake Shelton has never been one to shy away from speaking his mind. From his quick wit and cowboy charm to his surprising emotional depth, the country star has kept fans entertained for over a decade. But in a recent sit-down interview, Blake opened up like never before about his wife, Gwen Stefani, and a particularly shocking emotional moment behind the scenes of The Voice that left even him stunned. An unexpected turn on set. Gwen Stefani, known for her glamorous style and rock star energy, has been a coach on The Voice multiple times. Fans have seen her playful banter with Blake, her passion for her team, and her stylish flair. But what many haven't seen is just how invested she becomes, emotionally and personally, with the artists she mentors. According to Blake, during one of the recent blind audition tapings, Gwen had a full-on emotional breakdown that caught everyone, including the crew, completely off guard. It wasn't just a few tears, Blake recalled, his expression shifting from amused to sincere. It was one of those moments where everything just hit her all at once. The pressure, the connection to the artist, the memories of her own journey, it all came flooding in. The performance that triggered the moment came during a particularly haunting audition. A young contestant chose to perform an acoustic version of No Doubt's hit song, Don't Speak, the 1996 ballad Gwen wrote during one of the most painful moments in her life. The lyrics, raw and filled with heartbreak, seemed to breathe new life in this stripped-down cover, and the studio fell silent. Blake, who had heard the song countless times over the years, admitted even he got chills. "It was like watching Gwen go back in time," he said. "She had this look on her face, like she wasn't in the room anymore. She was back in that moment when she wrote it." As the contestant reached the final chorus, Gwen visibly started to shake. Her hands covered her mouth, tears streamed down her face, and she whispered something to herself that only those closest to her might have understood. Blake, seated next to her, reached over and took her hand, grounding her as best he could. "I don't think I've ever seen her like that. Not even in private," he said, adding that after the audition ended, she needed to step off set to gather herself. A vulnerable icon. Her fans used to seeing Gwen Stefani as a powerhouse, an icon who has reinvented herself time and time again. The idea of her breaking down might seem out of character. But to Blake, it's a testament to her depth. "Gwen feels everything intensely," he shared. "That's what makes her music so powerful. That's what makes her an amazing coach. And that's what makes her such an incredible woman. When she connects to something, she gives it everything." Blake also revealed that Gwen had spoken privately with the contestant afterward. She told her, "That song saved me, and today, you helped me see it in a new light." I think that was healing for Gwen in a way. Life beyond the spotlight. The moment also brought home something deeper for the couple, how far they've both come. "When we met on The Voice, we were both going through hell," Blake confessed, referencing their high-profile divorces. "Music saved us. This show, these people, this journey. It all played a part." Blake explained that watching Gwen relive a piece of her past through another artist was a powerful reminder of resilience. "We all carry pain. But Gwen, she turns it into beauty, into art. That day reminded me why I fell in love with her in the first place." Fans react. Word of Gwen's emotional moment didn't stay quiet for long. Though it wasn't part of the originally aired episode, fan accounts who attended the taping began buzzing about what they witnessed. Clips began to circulate, showing a teary Gwen being comforted by Blake and eventually stepping off camera. Social media exploded with support. One fan tweeted, "Gwen Stefani is one of the strongest women out there. Seeing her so raw and real makes me love her even more." Another wrote, "Blake holding Gwen's hand during that moment. That's love right there." Some viewers began calling for the unedited footage to be included in future bonus features or online exclusives. NBC hasn't commented, but producers reportedly considered releasing a special behind-the-scenes clip to honor the moment and the artist who sparked it. Blake and Gwen, a story still being written. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani's love story has always felt a bit like a fairy tale, especially given the unlikely worlds they come from. A country singer from Oklahoma and a ska rock legend from California don't exactly scream perfect match. But time and again, they've proven the skeptics wrong. Moments like Gwen's breakdown show that their connection isn't just about music or fame. It's rooted in mutual respect, emotional vulnerability, and unwavering support. Blake reflected on their journey with a small smile. "We've had good days and hard ones, but we've always been real with each other. I saw a side of Gwen that day that reminded me she's not just a legend. She's human. And she's mine." The voice, the future, and the feelings. As The Voice continues to evolve, moments like these remind fans that the